I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than
Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for everything. He'll know you're coming.
Seer Wiley said he must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
Sorry, I've no target. Roger always said, hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without catalyst. Or that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst.
Mystery is missing the product of the next.
Nice.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. Anomalous grenade.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Taking cover.
Standing by to stupefy.
Balancing the equation. Assessment confirmed.
Fractional effort.
Who needs to die?
Those are N-ray junction boxes. That scanner might be useful to see how this place is wired up.
Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time, scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is... Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's...
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist? I must have just imagined reading...
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic. Oh dear. Perhaps I should have explained what an anchorite is.
As your friend has correctly determined, we are anchorites, here by choice. This is where we conduct our divine calling, debating scientific precept and theory. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action?
We make those estimates all the time.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the material.
I need the book, Only Real Numbers, The Casualty.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative...
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact.
What? Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most... I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan act... You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it. Especially... Much appreciated.
Found another one.
And we're finding two.
Grenade outbound!
Capacitor out.
Get it while it's energized.
Engaging.
Well, fine, unanticipated.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
You've suffered extensive damage.
Re-engaging.
Risk levels increasing. law, divide and conquer. A regrettable loss of influence.
Mobilizing.
Yield diminishing returns.
Your possibilities are limited.
Who needs to die?
ratcheting up my
plan.
Let's weapon prime!
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice, but that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Recharge for me!
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
I'll handle this.
Eliminate the target!
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
humanity's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. The blood spilled today is merely correctional ink, stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame when a student... Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, she would make peace. The blood spilled today is merely correctional ink, stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And who do we blame? The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped him here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid the key to stop the press.
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
So-called puzzle they expect us to waste our time on. Looks like it was constructed by a child.
On what target? Not possible. No target to gut.
Yeah.
Enemy spotted.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Moving up to improve accuracy. Narrowing the gap to my target.
Vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Here, an explosive result.
Torpificator is charged.
Some position.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Passes are deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Consider self-preservation a priority. Capacitors are out. Get it while it's energized. You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Hastening to a shielded position.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Commander, don't tease me!
way to get the ball rolling.
No target to...
Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
No target, Commander! Don't tease me!
I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Not that I was concerned, mind you.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
Stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame when a student fails? Has failed this order. Has failed this order as its preeminent luminary.
Unmistakable input. Collecting data.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Unfriendly company. They're not.
Capacitor unit away. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. Can't wake a shit right now.
Home for your life. Replenishing.
Go for torpification.
Results.
Closing in.
No need to converse. Balancing the equation. No trace of the variable. Faulty impact variable.
Proceeding to attack.
Protecting bloodshed.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Personnel.
In case you haven't noticed, I have been firing down here.
Resorting to violence.
Let's let them try.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Replenishing mechanism.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Honing in on possible hostile variants.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Consider self-preservation a priority.
to die.
Hostilities are afoot. Commander, throwing energy your way. Torpificator at ready status.
Balancing the equation.
And whom do we blame when a student fails?
Going recharge for mayhem!
Capacitor deployed. Free energy.
Wrist weapon primed. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
The possibilities are limited. Steel firing.
Yeah. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Here.
Long divide and
About to verify my prediction. Extrapolated. Interpolated.
contact.
Indivisible.
Yeah.
Let's not protract your subtraction.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Investigating hostile intentions. Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Taking cover.
Gun weapon ready, Commander.
I am becoming irrationally angry.
Standing by to stupefy. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Balancing the equation. Revive me so I can kill him! I'm alive. Who needs... Yeah.
Who doesn't appreciate a good orrery? Worthless people, that's who.
Yeah.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, the Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they aspire.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success this slapdash takeover.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint? No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is... How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I... Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down. What a fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
Yeah.
Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer now.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, the last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of greater tranquility however, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our though the code, yet we must act on. I have grown worried. I fear this bodes. The last thing any of... Use the methods we... I'm much... However, though the codes... Yet we must...
We should get ourselves to those peace talks post-haste. Post-haste, Commander. Wouldn't want to miss out on any of the mayhem and carnage.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Sir Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, but that can't possibly be true. Landon would never align himself against the Order. You must be mistaken. Or maybe, were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I'm greatly relieved to hear it. Did he mention me at all? I'd rather hope that would not come to light. I gather he did not receive the revelation well. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance. Well, myself especially.
What's more, you can rise to the occasion. You're the senior, highest-ranking scientician here. Don't get lost in the math. Lead.
You've given me much to think about. And the opportunity to do so. I'm grateful. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable as the business was. I had intended to offer... May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to...
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
you acquired the scholarship we asked for. Wonderful. Please deposit the titles in that drawer there, and we will review it forthwith. Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw.
You too, huh?
Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative...
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic...
I see someone has been reading On the Origin...
Mental carceration and the potential unreality of conscious...
Perhaps later. For now, I feel we should reward our guest with their choice of reward, given the idiosyncratic nature of his conclusion. Armor or weapon? Very well. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials. We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silence.
Ah, my agent friend. I suspected I might see you again soon. I just had word from one of Auntie's choicest commanders that you have been of some assistance to them. Through your efforts, we may yet see peace. You've lessened the load on my mind considerably, and you have the Order's gratitude.